Let's talk about sex, baby. When is it the right time to have sex with a man?
The women also in this generation are not placing standards for men to aspire to. You don't need to do anything to get sex. You don't
like, maybe because I slept with him too soon. I said, I don't think that's the issue. He just wasn't into you.
Take a minute and consider what Toke just said logically.
Unless it's clear runs, casual knacks.
Today's episode is for everybody who takes themselves seriously. You have to be ready to let go of a bag.
Every guy who you sleep with on the first date is going to wonder, who else has she done this with the first time?
These guys are studying you. We need to think long term too. Hey darling, welcome back to my channel. How you doing? What's been happening? My name is Omi Odike Onwachukwu, your girl, and welcome to another episode of Girls Chat. Today's conversation is sweet. We're talking about sex, baby. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things in Let's talk about sex. Yes. Now, what angle? When is it the right time to have sex with a man that you meet? You know when you meet a guy, right, that ticks all the boxes in your head, you get me? Yeah. And you really want you and this guy to work real well. Is it good to let go of the cookie and just strap this guy ASAP? Or should you wait a little and just like scope when is the right time to bring sex on the table, my darling? This topic today. Now, I was watching a podcast, Took a Moment, right? And she brought this sweet man. I mean he's married away, but Ike Osakudua. And she was talking about a scenario that her friend, you know what, let me get comfortable. Can I just pull my leg up? Yeah. Okay, let's go. So she was talking about a friend of hers. A friend of hers was telling her about a man that she met, and the man had ghosted her. And the friend was like, it's possible that the man ghosted her because she had sex with the man very early, and so she's saying that's probably why. And Toke was telling her friend like, no, that's not why. Now, according to Toke, and I'll play you some clips, just follow me through here. According to Toke, sex is so like random and rampant and easy to get on the street in the dating world. Every girl is ready to give a man sex like easy. Do you get me? Yeah. So according to Toke, the man just ghosted the girl for another reason. It wasn't just for sex. Because if it was sex is so easy to get, and that can be the reason why the man would ghost her. Take a minute and consider what Toke just said logically and critically. Yeah. If sex is that rampant, right, and this man has access to different girls who can give him cheap sex, she even went as far as saying, as a man is even putting on his trousers, somebody's calling me up like, oh yeah, what's up now? You want to strap? Come and strap me. Do you get me? So if it is that rampant, then why should you also now join the ladies who are giving it easy? Don't you understand that when you meet a guy, you have to stand out? There has to be something outstanding about you. It's so necessary. Like if a guy meets every girl who gives it to him freely, there has to be somebody who's like, you know what? I don't care about you and what you have to offer me. See this strap, I'm not giving it to you. And today, ladies, we have to discuss how to stand out in a man's life. Because if you think that giving his sex easy to this man will keep him with you, then you're getting it wrong. But let me not talk. Let's get the man's point of view. Let's play Ike's point.
And unfortunately, the women also in this generation, because they're transactional, are not placing standards for men to aspire to. So you don't need to do anything to get sex. You don't need to do anything. It's so affordable. So it's just available. Do you understand?
You know, I was telling a friend of mine that she was like, oh, you know, she was seeing this guy and he stopped calling. And she's like, maybe because I slept with him too soon. I said, I don't think that's the issue. Because sex is the cheapest thing.
It's available.
I feel like as a man is wearing his clothes, a girl is already texting that we're seeing later on tonight.
Do you understand?
Do you understand?
So
it's the cheapest
available.
thing any girl. It just wasn't into you. You know, I don't think that sleeping with a guy early.
I think, no, I'll be honest. I think that should play, unless it's clear runs, casual knacks. The definition would be where you both know we're coming into this and it's not going to go anywhere, right? If it's not clear runs or casual knacks, you definitely have to set stages for every man.
Stop there. This is a man telling you. He says, unless when you meet this guy, you and the guy know that you are contracted for casual knacks. That's clear runs. We know that it's a runs matter. So even if he calls you regularly, you know that all you're just coming here for is for casual knacks, then let's go. But if not, you definitely have to set standard for every man. You have to. Today's episode is for everybody who takes themselves seriously. You desire a man to take you seriously, right? The first scope about this thing is that you have to be ready to let go of a bag. Do you get me? Like when I say a bag, I mean like a man that is loaded. If you just settle it in your mind that, you know what, I know who I am, I have my standard. If you can't meet up to my standard rather, then leave. The moment your mind can understand that that's not the only man out there, that's not the richest man out there, you are going to meet the one that God made for you. The moment you understand that, you've gotten a key. That you see all these girls that are giving men straff freely, they don't have that key. I'm telling you, imagine you're a man, right? And you meet 10 ladies and 10 ladies are willing to give you this straff like back to back to back, you get me? And there's one lady who's like, nah man, I'm not straffing you, but she's giving me every other thing, her personality, her vibe, she has her value, she knows who she is, put herself together, she's a correct lady, you get me? Yeah. But when it comes to that straff, she's like, man, no. And the guy is like, why? Because I just met you. I can't just straff you when I just met you. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's not how I play. There's no way that lady is not going to spark up something in the man's mind. There's no way, because remember, we're talking about 10 ladies. If 9 of them are giving this man straff, I don't care whether they are hanging on the roof or wherever they are hanging to give that lady who hasn't given that man straff. There's no way the lady is not going to be in the man's mind. And ladies, you want the man to leave and be curious about you and be like, why? I don't understand why. Why didn't she straff me? What, like, you know, you want him to think like, maybe I need to work harder for this. That's what you want him to do. Let's go back to Ike stock because it's so important. Listen.
If you're really interested,
because they will almost make you mad.
No, I'll be real with you, because every man likes the freak in the bed. Every man likes the freak in the bed, right? But whether he'll be able to see the freak in the bed as a woman in the streets, a lady in the streets, is a completely different thing. You understand? Whether he'll be able to see that freak in the sheets as a lady in the streets is completely different. He can eventually make the transition of seeing a girl he has seen as a lady in the streets as a freak in the bed, and he'll be excited about that. But to go the other direction, start with the freak in the sheets and then believe her to be the lady in the streets is completely different. Because I'll tell you something, and I'm a guy, and women can get offended as much as they want to about this statement. Every guy, right, who you sleep with on the first date is going to wonder, who else has she done this with the first time? Yes.
Did you hear that? Every guy who you sleep with on the first date is going to wonder, who else has she done this with the first time? I mean, let's be truthful. A lot of times when you meet this guy, he's rich, he's everything, he's perfect, he's hard. You treasure him so much, you don't want to lose him. You're like, I'm just going to give him anything he asks me for. If he asks me for sex, I'd give it to him. I'd cook for him. I'd clean for him. I just want to be in this man's life. My darling, if you strap that guy the first time, even if he calls you or he doesn't call you, when he's alone and you tell him, you know what, I'm going to hang out with my friends, he's thinking like, LOL, my friends, that's funny. Or you tell the guy, you know, I'm going clubbing with my friend. He will be thinking that you're obviously going to go and straff another man too on the first date. These guys are studying you. They actually do think long term. We need to think long term too. Do you get me? And I know that you might think that because you really want him in your life, you're thinking long term, but that's not long term, that's short term. If because you want him in your life, you're now going to give up your cookie, so what else is he now looking for? And let's go back to the point he made earlier. Every man likes a freak in the bed, and it's so true. Let's say 95%, if not more, of men who come to meet you wants to straff you. Let's be truthful, you get me? They actually do want to straff you. They're seeing a fine girl. They've imagined everything imaginable about this girl. They want to straff you. Okay, maybe we have good boys, especially not church boys, or like people who are believers. I mean, I'm sure, and even people that have good morals. Yeah, but if we're being truthful, a lot of men actually, okay, let's not put the percentage. A lot of men want to straff you. Do you get me? Yes. However, it is very hard for a man to transition after he has finished seeing you as a freak in the bed, to transition and begin to see you like a lady on the street. It's very hard. It's easier for the man to see the lady on the street. What do we mean? We mean like a proper lady, a lady who has her acts together, a lady who knows what she wants, a lady. When he eventually sees you as a freak in the bed, you have ignited his curiosity. You are now interested because you've gotten him way more than just straff. The moment you straff a guy right now, the guy already knows if he's good or he's bad. If it was a bad straff, let's be truthful, he probably will not call you at all. You get me? Boo boo, you've gone, and then it's bad. It's like you've said, Decide now. What do you want? Straff or no straff? Unless you are doing wrongs. I'm not talking about people that are doing wrong. I'm talking about a lady who actually wants you get me? You want a man. You want to date this man. You want to have this man. You want to cut the man. You want to marry the man. Yes. So get a man to be interested in you without sex is actually the main work. You get me? Don't already reduce the bar for yourself by just giving him the straff in the first place. Do you understand? Then you are hoping that, well, after the straff, he's now going to you failed the test. You see, when God says, thou shalt not fornicate, you know, God is omnipotent, omniscient. He knows, omniscient rather. He knows everything. He's so deep because God knows, just that he did not break it down and said, because if you fornicate, he knows what he's saying. Because the moment you just come and do come and straff me, it's over. Engage this man on other level. And let me tell you something. If a man comes to you and says, that just straff I want, that man is obviously telling you, all I want from you is straff. I'm going to pay you. Do you want that or not? If that's not what you want in your life, be okay for the man to live your life alone. It's okay. Don't begin to feel like, oh no, I didn't straff him. He's gone. That man was so rich. Oh my gosh. You're now imagining what your life would have been with the man that be going to America and Canada. He is not your man. A lot of times, a lot of ladies are fighting so hard for men that are not their men. You get me? I'm telling you. And then you're feeling bad that the man is leaving you alone. He will leave you alone because that's not what he wants. He's looking for straff. What are you looking for? I know you want to get married. I know you want a man, but understand that you are a human being. You should have values. You should have a plan for your life. You should know what you're looking for. You should have long-term plans and long-term goals. You should have it for yourself. What are you looking for? What are you looking for in life? You know what? Let's go back to Ike's talk.
Now, forget the fact that he's doing it too. He's not judging himself. He's judging you. Right? So
again, it's a man's world, as you said,
it's
right?
a man's world. He's judging. Plus, he knows he's being a dog. Right? He knows he's being a dog. He doesn't want to think of you that way. So if it's not casual knacks, and I'm not judging casual knacks, I'm not judging your relationships that you know are not going anywhere. But if it's a relationship where you're actually considering this guy to be someone who will eventually make a good husband or boyfriend, it would take the highest level of emotional maturity for him to understand the fact that she's doing this with me does not make her the person that would do this with anybody. This may still be special to her and is rare. So do yourself a favor, tension him, hold back.
Do yourself a favor, tension him, hold back. It feels like a man has come out of the men's cult, for lack of a better word. This is just an analogy here. To come to us women to give us OT. Said, do yourself a favor, tension this man, hold back from the straff. Don't ever believe the lie that you're giving this man straff to keep him down. It's a lie. It's a lie. You're not keeping him down anything. He's just getting what he wants to get from you. That's probably what he wants. I like how he said it's possible that eventually a man that you straff on the first date or like the early part of this something eventually will see you like a girl who's valuable. Now, it's possible, but it's very, very rare. In this dating space, you don't want to be reducing your chances. Why? You want to be increasing your chances. You don't want to be reducing your chances by now saying hopefully you will find the one who is rare. No, my sister. You see, girls chat is a corner where we just discuss, like we tell ourselves the truth and like the right values to have. You need to have the right values. Oh my gosh, sex is so easy to come by. Every guy's asking for sex. If I don't give this man sex, he might leave me. If I don't give this man sex and someone else gives him sex, he might go away. There's men that you are giving the sex, he's cheating on you. There are men that you are giving the sex, I said the sex, and he still has different girlfriends. So that cannot be your deciding factor. You and your values should be your deciding factor. And if that man doesn't accept your values, then it's not for you. Can't you see that it's not for you? Is that not obvious? I mean, of course, me too, when I was single too now, when I started to take myself seriously, just build myself up, get proper values. I met one guy who I used to know this guy when I was in university. University, I was pretty interesting, you get me? And the guy liked me in university, but he didn't have the balls to ask me out. I don't know why, but he never did. Okay, boom. Now he's seeing me, we've grown, but now at university, life is happening, and he wants to come back to me. And I don't know the mentality I gave him while he was in university, but I'm telling him okay, I'm taking my walk with God seriously. I've dropped some things. I now have values for myself. And the guy was so confused. He was like, I don't understand, Omi, what's all this? He was so confused. I'm like, why are you confused? And he was like, Dad, he doesn't just know, have I become like all those church people? I'm just like, what do you mean by all the church people? And I began to see that who I am becoming is not not who he's looking for. It's okay, go. Let the person that will value me come to me. So ladies, just today's talk is about sex, man. Don't give it. Let's play that last clip because it was so important. Listen.
But if it's a relationship where you're actually considering this guy to be someone who will eventually make a good husband or boyfriend, it would take the highest level of emotional maturity for him to understand the fact that she's doing this with me does not make her the person that would do this with anybody. This may still be special to her and is rare. So do yourself a favor, tension him, hold back.
Hold back, baby girl, hold back. Hold back. Don't buy into that fear, that pressure, that I would do anything and everything possible just to marry. Don't buy into it, because trust me, there are people who have done all that thing and did not marry. There are people who we did not give to and they got married. Do you get me? Don't buy into that. There's a lot of sham as advice on relationship out there. Don't buy into all those things. Take yourself seriously. Look at the right values that you need in a man. It's okay, yeah, the man could have given you money, yeah, okay, that's good, but like if he's not going to value you, why are you with that man in the first place? You get me? Don't go and be strapping a guy just because you think everybody straps a guy, or you know, like the guy will get from somebody else. Let him go and get it from somebody else. Go, leave me. Let's not come and give you disease safe. You'll be fighting what you don't know. Do you get me? No. Trust me. I know what I'm saying. Don't buy into that. The right person that for you will come to you. You would get married to. You would be happy to. And you would, when you sit down here, you'd understand. You have to be truthful, baby girl. Check yourself. All the guys that you have been strapped, you know how many there are. This is not body count matter. This is just you and I matter. You get me? Do you know how many there are? Do you know how many guys you strapped? Where are they? Where are they? The next guy will not come and tell you the same scope. That's not what keeps them. What keeps them is outside that. What keeps them is you, your value. Like, show the man that you're different. I remember this guy, rich guy, had money, ha ha ha. You know, and he used to tell me then, like, oh, let me tell you the truth. The girl that, you know, that I'll marry, I don't think they've even, like, created her. Because this guy had money, so he was getting, and he used to tell me, like, oh, I get girls easy, and he was a rich man, so you get me. The girl that he married, he had to come and say, oh, me, my wife. You know, like, pride. I look the guy. I look all the girls that I've been seeing him with. I looked at his wife. I said, oh, okay. See, when they want to settle down, that's not who they go and settle down with though. The worst of them all that you should never even be part of it is now when the guy now finds that one that you know, hey, what's that word I'm looking for now? Like thrilled him, exactly. You get me? Then marries that one. Then still comes to you to still give you nonsense OT. Then you're still there strapping the guy. That's like, you see that one? Baby girl. We'll move that to the next episode. But you see right now, y'all be careful, yeah? But that's all for today. I had to just stop here, yeah? Oh my gosh. The next video that I'm with, or the next episode, is actually a very different episode. But it's very, 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 very important because it's something that God told me to tell like the world, literally. So that'll be the next episode I'll be filming. My darling, you know I love you so much with all my heart. And I want to hear your opinion, so tell me, you know what, nah, man, that's not true. I also strapped my mans early, and you know, I really want to hear your own like scenarios and what you think about this topic at hand, my darling. And should we be giving this man strap ASAP, or should we, you know, and you get me? Tell me what you think about the matter in the comment section, my darling. I love you with all my heart. You mean so much to me. Mwah. Bye.